and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Open, the one and only show that opens up the Bronx and the world to you. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B. Catch me on each and every night right after the Quiet Storm with Lenny Green, and I'll take good care of you. You'll be spending the night with me, all right? But we have a fantastic, incredible show lined up for you today. Leading off the show will be Glenn Shane, the race director of the Cancer Challenge race, and Dave King, the vice president of the Van Cortlandt Track Club. Today, they will talk to us about the Urban Environmental 10K. If you've never ran one of those, you're in for a challenge. Challenge takes place this Sunday. Right after that, Shad Muhammad, the CEO and president of the Van West Media, he's going to talk to us about his company, as well as receiving an invitation to participate in the Goldman Sachs $10,000 small business. We'll talk about that. Then, Bronx guitar legend, you're in for a treat. My man Lou Volpe's here. He's going to speak to us about his tour with Herbie Mann. You don't want to miss this one. And the influence of the Bronx in his music. He's also going to be showcasing in today's Music Mondays, right? He's our fantastic guest. So all this and more is headed your way. You don't want to go anywhere. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet if you want to, because we are now officially open. Good morning, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. Today is Monday, April 1st, and Cool Clyde is having a brand new baby girl. The word is just, April Fools. I'm sorry. We got a great show lined up for you today. Today is opening day in baseball, where hope springs eternal, and our New York Yankees will take the field against the Boston Red Sox. And you know what? This is the first time that the Mets and the Yankees are playing around the same time. Opening day right here in the city, and they're both about 5 minutes apart, right? One starts about 1:05, the other starts at 1:10, something like that, right? So be careful in those areas, because the traffic is going to be kind of crazy. Cool Clyde, you ready for America's pastime? I went between golf and a baseball bat. I'm ready for that too. You ready?
I'm ready, man. I think that's going to be
a great thing. You at the baseball, man?
Huh?
You at the baseball?
Yeah, a little bit. I like the excitement of actually being in the stadium as opposed to watching it on TV.
Hot dogs, maybe a Coke or a Pepsi or a beer, whatever they have.
Oh, no, I don't drink beer. But other than that, I like the momentum when you have two New York City teams playing against each other. The excitement, people coming from Queens and the Bronx and interacting with each other. Yeah. But most of all, it's all love, and it's a good thing for, the city. And I think it's very important that we continue to have great things.
So the Yankees are playing the Red Sox, and the Mets are playing the Padres, right?
The Yankees.
Yeah, just say yes.
Well, the Boston Red Sox, didn't they have some sort of curse on them?
They say that the Babe Ruth curse.
Okay. So they're not going to take out our Yankees.
Yeah, but right here in the Bronx, it's going to be heavy, and a lot of people are going to be there opening day. A lot of people are going to want autographs. They just want to see their Yankees jump off to a great start.
I think they will. I think our New York teams are doing very well anyway.
Yeah.
And I think it's important that we continue to see things like this. Are you going to be covering that event, Bob? Because you're all over the place.
I may be at one of them, or maybe just get the information from Bobby C. Bobby C.
Bobby C. Right? Bobby C is the greatest.
Yeah,
and, I respect all the stuff that man does. I like to see him behind the scene interacting with these players and getting the insights and bringing it home to BronxNet.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Cool,
Thanks,
Clyde.
Bobby
We're
C,
going
for
to
that.
see you get up there and swing a bat. Thank you so much.
All right.
Speaking of the Bronx Bombers and the Mets, New York Yankees completed their final exhibition game on Saturday as they visited West Point. It's So a matchup with Army, Bobby C., and the BronxNet Cameras. They were there. You ready for this? Let's take a look.
Tradition redefined. That's perhaps the best way to put the Yankees meeting with the Army baseball team Saturday into perspective as the Bronx Bombers wrap their spring training slate in West Point in a matchup that is long on history.
The history of this place is magnificent, and for us to be able to enjoy this and enjoy this day with Army is really special.
The ceremonious exhibition was a special opportunity for both the Bombers and Army.
This is a day for our players to kind of get away from baseball and get a historical perspective of what these courageous men and women do and how they prepare, and the best of the best come and start to prepare for, obviously, a life of service.
New York Yankees are the class of their organization, and I'd like to think that hopefully we are in ours. So what a great opportunity for everybody involved.
The exhibition game marked the first time since 1986 that big leaguers visited the campus. The Yankees, who won 10-5, improved to 22-0 all-time against Army, winning their first game at West Point since 1976. But the final score was of little relevance. The ball game and the trip continued a tradition that dates all the way back to 1927, and one that was frequent from the 30s through the 60s. And from the sounds of it, there's a good chance the tradition will return to prominence again.
It's a pretty cool experience. It's something I'm very fortunate to be a part of, and we're looking forward to it.
People think the Yankees have a hard job. Those guys have a hard job. I mean, they're the leaders and the protectors of tomorrow. It's not just in between the lines here. It's the battlefield as well.
And welcome back, everybody. Right now on Open, we're going to introduce you to these beautiful people here. They're respectively the race director of the Cancer Challenge race and the vice president of the Van Cortlandt Track Club. And this Sunday at 10 a.m., you guys are going to have something very, very special. They're going to host an urban environmental 10K race. And please welcome Glenn Shane and Dave King. Give them a big round of applause, everybody.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Gentlemen, before we start, we got to give a shout out to a number of people who are watching us all over the tri-state area, because they can watch by internet, and they got a number of ways we can do this. And also right here at Lehman College, a facility dining room, Thursday, April 4th, the doors are going to open at 9:30 till about 1 o'clock. They got the U.S. Secretary of Commerce, Rebecca Blank. She's going to be there right here at Lehman College. So big shout out to you guys, and good luck with everything. Now, you have something special. What is the Van Cortlandt Track Club? You started that when?
It was started in, I think, 1978. It was started by Andy Kimmerling, who is now the owner of the Westchester Roadrunner Club store.
Oh, yeah.
He decided that he wanted to start a club, and so he had 2 or 3 people that he was running with during the week.
Yeah.
And he decided that it was time for him to start a club. So 2 or 3 people for that first year, that was the club.
Ran right inside the park.
Was based in Van Cortlandt Park. They do their runs through Van Cortlandt Park up in the OCA, the Croton Aqueduct,
yes,
or up the Putnam Railroad line.
Wow, there's some wonderful trails back there.
Oh, it's great. It's a great place, the best place in New York to run.
What do you tell people that want to get involved in this? Because sometimes we get into the frame of mind where we do this all the time, and we think up here, because we've been doing it like this, we know what to wear, we know how to do this. We know how to prepare for it, we know how to stretch for it, and afterwards we know how to relax for it or bump it down and get in the tub and get to the saunas or whatever, right?
Definitely.
What do you tell people who just want to, because I used to run as a boxer 5 miles a day, but this is a whole lot different from running every day to compete in your area, right? But I did get out there, and Roscoe Brown, I was telling you a story earlier.
Right.
He had me run this 5K, and I wasn't prepared. I hadn't run in a long time. Oh, I was sore as heck for a week. You can't just put on a pair of sneakers and start running.
No, you don't want to do that. It's a slow process, and running is cumulative.
Right.
The more you do it, the better you get at it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we try to tell people that it's so important about, health-wise to get out there and run. We have a website, and people can go to the website. It's vctc.org, and just sign up. You don't have to be a runner. You can come out, you can walk, you can do whatever you do, but just to be aware that your health is important.
Yes, and little by little, right?
Little by little.
Let's
That's
run
the
a quarter
key
of
to
a mile.
it.
Step by step.
Or walk first.
Right. Yes.
You don't come out the first day and run 10 miles. Right. you don't or a 5K.
Yeah, right.
5K race.
That'll be a tough one.
Yeah.
or try to run a marathon.
No, you have to train for it. I mean,
Yes.
training is basic for it.
Build up to it.
Yeah.
Okay. And what makes this running club so special?
Well, I think the club is special because it's been more than 30 years in the Bronx. And, you know, we have community support. People come out, they support us and so forth and so on. We have so many people that are interested now in becoming a member, you know, even as a runner or as a supporter. And it's just important that people are aware of what we're doing in the Bronx, because, you know, as incidents of the Bronx of, you know, overweight, obesity, diabetes and stuff like that. So we try to make people cognizant of the fact that your health is in your hands. So by running or walking, you can help yourself. Stay out of the doctor's office.
I think it's important to realize that we accept everybody in the club.
Right.
From a beginner to the best runners. If somebody came along who was an Olympic champ, he could be a member of the club.
Yeah.
Somebody who's just starting out, say like yourself, you could certainly join the club and be with people that would train on your level, and that's important too.
What do you do with somebody who's been been inactive for a very, very long time, and
we bring them
gained a
along
whole lot of
slowly.
weight, and, you know, they have some issues, and they
Okay,
you
what
have
we
to go
usually
see the doctor first, right?
Here's what we do, right?
Find out exactly what they can do.
If someone comes out to the club and they're overweight or they have health issues, as you said, we tell them, see your doctor first. Get a clearance from your doctor to make sure you can do what you can do. And then when they come out to the club, we are very supportive of who comes out. You know, we start them, like Dave said, we start them off slowly. Maybe they have to walk first or whatever they have to do. But, you know, we take interest in them, but to make sure that the doctor has given them the okay to go ahead and start a regimen, workout regimen.
And you're going to hurt for a little while.
Oh, you're going to hurt.
You're
You're
going to be discouraged. You're going to say, I don't want to do this anymore. But that's when you have to be strong and say, all right, I got to continue to do this because I want to reach a certain level and I want to do something and I want to really do something about my health.
Well, you know what's important is that it's an addiction, but it's a positive one.
Yes.
Because you get out, you do 3 or 4 days a week, you start to feel better. You know, it's just a wonderful thing to be able to be out there and be with other people and enjoy nature, enjoy the camaraderie of the other runners. So it's a wonderful thing.
And you know, for the people who say they don't have the time, you know, I guess you have to make. I'm talking to myself too. You have to make a sacrifice.
Yes, you do.
You have to make a sacrifice. You have to give up.
Get up
something.
a little bit earlier in the morning, or run in the evening after dinner, or before dinner, and you know you have to sacrifice.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, tell us about this this upcoming race, the Urban Environmental Challenge, the 10K.
Well, it's exactly that, a challenge. It's run through Hillendale, through Van Cortlandt Park, on trails that are not the cross-country trails. They're not so well trodden, and that's the challenge. You're going to be running over sticks and rocks, and up and down hills, very challenging hills, and it's a matter of how well you can handle this sort of thing, how fast you can run on.
Can I wear sneakers or combat boots?
You can wear combat boots. You might be advised to wear something that's supportive on your ankles because you're going to be running on uneven ground. Yeah. And again, through all kinds of different terrain.
Kind of race now.
Oh yeah.
As opposed to just running a regular 5K on flat,
Just to add to what Dave is saying, it's your baptism by fire. It's a tough race.
It is. The cross country, the general cross country trails are groomed. There's stone dust that's put down and they're groomed. This is not a groomed trail. It's run over some of the cross country.
You guys may have something there because I saw something on TV the other day, and I think this former military guy got together, and he has this huge farm, and he created all kinds of crazy obstacle courses where people were going through mud under barbed wire and all.
Yes.
Did you see that?
I saw that.
Yeah, and people were coming through it. They were like, suffering from hypothermia and everything, but they came through it, and it was like a great satisfaction once they reached the other side.
Right.
This is something different from running a regular race,
right?
Because you have to protect your ankles and knees and everything.
Well, what it
and
is
watch where you're running.
Just to add to what Dave is saying, it's a trail run, so you have to be very aware of the surface where you're stepping, because there's gullies and ditches and that. But once you get through it, it's a satisfaction that I did it.
Yeah.
The time doesn't matter, just the fact that you can make it through, because it is a very difficult challenge course.
And from running, your ankles and everything are a little stronger.
You
still want
Hopefully they are, yes. I think Glenn and I both have twisted our ankles on
many times.
Many a time.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. So how important is it to regularly exercise to build up those areas?
Very important. Again, as I said before, running is cumulative. So what you do today will benefit you, say, next week. So the more that you do, the better your level of fitness will be.
How do you prepare for this? What do you do first?
Well, I've been running for a long time. And when a person is a beginner or a novice, we take them under our wing and say, listen, don't come out here and try to overdo it because you're going to get discouraged. You're going to be sore for a few days. Yeah. But if you can do it every other day, do it 3 days a week. If you can do it like that and maybe go to the gym and do some light weightlifting, it'll really benefit you, because the fact is that the more you do it, the more you become adjusted to it. You become more acclimated to it. So we try to tell people, listen, just listen to one. Dave and I have been around a long time, so we know exactly how to work with new people. So we say, listen, when you come out, if you can't run, you walk. You start off walking, you know, and you build it up. You build it up slowly, and next thing you know, you're running.
Yeah, and for those of you who are just getting into it and you say, I don't like that, you got to try it, because I hated golf for many, many years. I just started last year, and now I'm out there trying to, not compete, but have fun with it.
Right, exactly.
So you'll have fun with it. You'll be more conscientious about your health and what you eat and all of those things. Yes.
Yeah. I think that as you get into better shape, it'll take about 6 months. You'll have little aches and pains, and some people quit. Some people will say, I can't do this anymore because it's too painful. But those pains will go away. And once you get into good shape, you'll feel so much better. It's a wonderful thing.
Don't quit. Quitters never win.
Right.
And winners never quit.
Right.
Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it. My father would say, keep it moving. Keep it moving.
What? The old saying is like with the Nike, just do it.
Just do it. I interviewed LL Cool J one time.
You did?
And I was asking, a lot of people, but I was asking him, I said, what do you tell people who want to get involved in the business that you're involved in? He took a step back and said, just do it. And I kept the mic there. No, just do it. I said, okay, thank you very much. Okay, so give us a quickie. Where is it again? The race is going to take place where?
The race is in Van Cortlandt Park. It starts on the flats, the parade ground.
Yes.
It'll start near the Tortoise and the Hare finish line, the old Pete McCardle finish line.
On Broadway, yeah.
Along Broadway there, about 251st Street and Broadway.
This Sunday?
This Sunday. The race starts at 10 a.m., so anybody who is coming should get there 8, get a good warm-up in. You have to sign up for the race, get some stretching in.
And quickly, my race is on June 30th, the Cancer Challenge.
Yes, you have to talk about that.
The Cancer Challenge is a great race because all of the proceeds go to the American Cancer Foundation of the Bronx region. So we raised $4,000 last year for the American Cancer Society. It's a great race. Everyone gets a medal. We have trophies for everyone. We have all kinds of raffles. We give away we have movie tickets, food, Whole Foods. We give away gift tickets. So it's going to be a really wonderful event.
So we got 2 dates. The first date is?
At least 2 dates. First date is April 7th, which is this coming Sunday. At 10 a.m. the race starts.
Van Cortlandt Park.
Van Cortlandt Park, on the parade grounds there, the flats.
Right. And the next one is?
June 30th.
And that'll meet in the Van Cortlandt Park Stadium. In the stadium. It's a different kind of race than the trail race, where we run 3 laps around the track, and then we go onto the flats and just along the back hills.
And it's beautiful back there, right?
It's nice, It'll be June, so it'll be good weather.
Our celebrity starter for my race is Dr. Roscoe C. Brown.
Oh! Tuskegee Airman, Roscoe Brown. All right. Gentlemen, thank you so much.
Where
can we get more information?
VCTC.org, that's our website.
VCTC.org.
And everything is on our website. It tells you about all the races that we have, the summer series and everything.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, Glenn Shane, race director, Cancer Challenge Race, and Dave King, vice president, Van Cortlandt Track Club. Thank you guys.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much.
Come back and share more.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to have to take a quick break, but Shad Muhammad will be here with us coming up next, so stay right there. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet.
Hi, this is Jeff Fox for 107.5 WBLS. And when I get off the radio, I check out my man, the Dr. Bob Lee and Cool Clyde. It's open on BronxNet. I never miss it.
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education. So every year, I take promising high schoolers on a college tour to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Find out how you can live United for education. Give, advocate, volunteer. Go to liveunited.org.
Do you wear this?
G-Morning, sunshine. Text me back. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back.
Are you with your friends? That's lame.
We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about?
Something I did?
Are you on your way to the
I'm
mall?
lonely.
Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
When it's time for lunch, a sandwich is a quick and easy choice. And with the right ingredients, it can be good and good for you. So I'm here today to see who can build the ultimate sandwich. All right, when the time is up, our judges will give you their scores. Ready, set, go! Okay, Jason starts out with a multi-grain roll. Ooh, Allison stuffing her pita with, yes, spinach, a great source of iron. Jason isn't skipping on the protein, adding plenty of smoked turkey, just like Allison's putting the finishing touches with crispy red bell peppers for a dose of vitamin A. Time! It looks like we have a tie. We'll need to call in our special guest referee.
Now these are what I call quick, delicious lunches. Whole grain breads, a whole variety of ingredients. There are so many different ways to build delicious, healthy sandwiches. These two get high marks in every category. I'd say you're both winners. America.
Let's get healthy together.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B. Our next guest is the president and CEO of Van West Media, and today he'll speak on creating a full-service internet marketing company and helping businesses with marketing needs. Please welcome Shad Muhammad.
Thank you.
Shad, we welcome you to the show.
Thank you very much.
All right. What is Van West Media?
So Van West Media is a digital marketing agency that helps small to mid-sized businesses promote their products or services on the web. So, for instance, we're working with the Bronx House here to help create greater awareness about the great services that they offer to the community. So that's primarily what it is that we do, using a variety of different marketing techniques.
When did you start this, and when did you find that there was a need for something like this?
So I started this about 4 years ago, and everyone has a website. Everyone has a need in order to promote their website. And I started the business because I used to work with, when I worked for someone else, we would automate a lot of different businesses primarily in the Bronx, a lot in the Hunts Point area. And we also did e-commerce systems, but it's not like you can build it and they will come. So what we had to do is create attractive techniques and strategies.
People can go on the website and you can sell products on the website?
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes. So not my website, but we help businesses who want to sell their products or services on the website.
And that's getting bigger and bigger each
of
and
course,
every year.
of course.
Especially around the holidays.
Absolutely.
People don't want to go out and shop anymore.
No. And I think the online marketing is growing tremendously. And of course, with the advent of the cell phones, a lot of people are doing purchases there, and that's a whole new market as well.
Well, what piqued your interest into wanting to start something like this?
Well, compared to selling accounting software, I think that marketing is a little sexier than accounting software.
I got that.
So it's very exciting to create strategies for our clients.
Yes.
And it's great to see, the performance that they achieve over time. So whether it's social media or search engine optimization or paid search advertising, it's primarily a lot of inbound marketing strategies that we employ to bring people to their website.
Name a couple of companies that's enjoying your help and expertise.
Sure. Well, I mentioned the Bronx House, primarily, Bronx Jewish Community Council. We also do a company called Apollo Jets, which is if you ever wanted a private plane, you could certainly use them to charter a jet. And primarily what we do is we create greater awareness for the top 1% of people that can enjoy their services.
Well, you can knock on a door to the top 100 and say, hey, can you help me out with this?
Exactly. Right.
Talk about your invitation to participate in the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses.
That was a great opportunity. It's an opportunity that serves small businesses who are looking to expand and grow their business. And what they did was they brought a great wealth of education and expertise to me and really helped me change my business completely. After taking the course, after being accepted, we saw about a 400% growth in our revenue just by employing the things that we had learned in that program. So they're doing a great job. Actually, tonight is they've partnered with Tory Burch, and tonight's a graduation for that class coming out of it, sort of targeting the designers and artists that are looking to promote their business.
Yeah, so you see your company in a new light.
Absolutely,
right now,
absolutely. That's exactly how I describe it.
What were you doing before that you weren't that you are applying now to help you become successful?
Well, I think I was just sort of working in the business and not on the business. So a lot of
going
it,
through the motions. Huh?
Exactly, keeping busy and not good busy. And now I think I have a more strategic outlook. And a lot of that translates to helping our clients to look more strategically at things and not to work in the business.
Yeah. So you're spending a whole lot of time working from here to there.
Exactly.
But now you can spend less time and working smarter.
Exactly.
And apply more of what you learned.
Right, and enjoying working with clients out on the golf course and things like that.
That's where you meet them, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what's next for you? Where do you want to take this?
We want to take it bigger. We're working with businesses across the country. Primarily, we want to hear. We're helping a lot of nonprofit organizations, and I think that's the way we'd really like to give back to the community. So I'd like to see and engage with a lot more nonprofit organizations like the Bronx Jewish Community Council and Bronx House, and because they do wonderful things for the community. Yeah. So we'd really like to help them.
So somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, man, I really need your help. My nonprofit or my business is here, but how can I take this to the next level?" What do you tell them?
So, I mean, some of the things we tell them is everyone's a little bit different, so they're looking to attract different customers different ways. So we have to create unique strategies that will work for them, whether it be social media strategies or, like I said, search engine optimization strategies or email marketing strategies. So, we need to look and see where they have their success, where they don't, and see what's working for them and sort of capitalize on that.
Yeah.
If that makes
sense.
sense.
Sure. And you just pick things apart and find out, where they can go and take those next steps. Of course, it's going to be baby steps because this is going to cost them a little something.
It is. It is going to cost them something. But typically, the return on their investment is far greater than what they have to spend. Right. Initially, they have to spend to sort of get it going. But the idea is if I'm not doing my job, if they make money, I make money.
You make money.
Exactly.
All right. So, how do you start some money out? I mean, what's the? How much do they have to come with?
It can vary. I mean, from the first thing is to have a well-established foundation, which is a good planned website. Yeah. It's not just it's an aesthetic feel to it. Just has to look good, but it has to serve. Yeah. So the idea is looking at their organization, understand what their values are that they bring to the table, and make them more valuable on the web, and also make it easy for people to sort of navigate through their website and get to those areas that they need to get to, whether it's to buy a product, to reach out to them, pick up the phone or call them. Yeah. So it starts with a well-designed website that creates a funnel, if you will, that can build a lot of prospects that they can then bring in as make them clients.
And if they don't have that right off the bat, you will definitely show them how to get there.
Absolutely. It's one of the things we do very, very well.
So this is what we have right here, and have a one-page website. You say, okay, look, this is great, this is okay.
Right.
But here's what you need to do.
Exactly.
And you bring it down.
Exactly. It's all based upon information. It's not because we think we're the smartest guys in the room.
Yeah.
The idea is we're going to look and see how their site is performing now and use that information to build a site that will be more effective for them.
Yeah. What's that site that Jumpwire? You ever hear of Jumpwire?
No, I haven't heard of Jumpwire.
Jumpwire is one of those companies that I think they deal with all aspects of social media. And they will help you with the Facebook, they will help you with Twitter, Instagram. What's the other thing where you play videos?
YouTube.
YouTube.
Right.
You could have shouted it out from over there. I can't think of everything. But yeah, all aspects of that, and they really get your company out there. Or they'll show you they'll give you the path.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you do the rest.
So we do something similar. We just went live with a site for.
But you do websites also.
We do. So we just built a website for Stand Up New York on the Upper West Side. And you know, the things that you just talked about, we incorporated rich social media aspects to it. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter feeds. You can tweet for a spot. These are all things that we created for them, and it's had tremendous success there in creating, bringing people into the door, buying tickets.
Yeah, where can people get more information on what you do?
Well, they can certainly get more information on our website, which is vanwestmedia.com.
Vanwestmedia.com. Vanwestmedia.com. Check it out. Go ahead.
Or they can reach us at 646-493-9100.
What is it? 696?
493.
493?
9100.
9100. Now say it fast one time.
646-493-9100.
There you go. Okay. And did you have anything coming up that people can go on and check out?
Well, we're always putting up new projects. There will be a sneak peek for Bronx House shortly, so they should definitely visit the website, connect with us on Facebook.
Beautiful.
Or Twitter or LinkedIn.
Beautiful. Now, before we wrap up, did I miss anything that you would like the public to know about?
No, I think I think this is. I'm actually looking forward to this race.
You're going to run it?
Well, now that I know about it, watching it here on BronxNet.
All right.
I'm certainly thinking about participating and playing a little golf with you one day, maybe.
Okay, and I'm sure they can use your services too.
That would be great.
You're going to stick around for a little while?
Absolutely.
You'll be here until after we finish with the show?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm sure there's a number of people in the studio that would like to talk to you.
Very good.
And we'll probably get some phone calls too.
That's excellent. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Shad Muhammad, President CEO, Van West Media. Hold on a second.
Sure.
And don't go away. We're going to return with some of the best music in town. You got to hear this guy. I'm talking about guitarist great, the legend, Lou Volpe is coming up next. Don't change that channel. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Here we go, here we go, here we go, yo.
I'm New York City Comptroller John Liu. You're watching Open with Dr. Bob Lee and DJ Cool Clyde.
Did you know that getting up and getting active for just 60 minutes a day is all it takes to help you get stronger, look better, and feel great?
Or that fresh fruits and veggies aren't just healthier and crunchier, they can taste better too?
Eating better and getting more active is easier than you think.
Yeah! Keep watching for some fun and easy ways to discover the magic of healthy living in your life.
America.
Let's get healthy together!
Coming home can be hard if you're a veteran of Iraq or Afghanistan. You may feel like you're all alone. But you're not alone. At IAVA.org, your fellow vets are all around you. Join our free online community, get the resources you need, and connect to other vets who know where you're coming from. IAVA.org. We've got your back.
The magical thing about using energy wisely is that anyone can do it. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off computers and game systems when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Grab a grown-up and go online to energy.gov/kids.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, the Dr. Bob Lee, and we're on Open's Channel 67. We're having a great time with you. Now, listen, we have our next guest. He's a Bronx jazz guitarist whose career spans over 3 decades, and he has toured with the likes of Bette Midler, Judy Collins, you name it. There's a whole list. I just named a couple. You know. Please welcome my man Lou Volpe in the house. Yes,
Thank you. Hi.
Lou, you're one of the greatest jazz. I mean, there's a whole list of people who gave you accolades and people who mentioned some of the things that you do and gave you
nice
praise and gave you media quotes. You know, and of course, we named 2 people, but you performed with a lot of other people in the business. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I have. Well, it's nice actually performing with the people that I used to listen to when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Isn't
that special how that comes around like that?
Yeah, it's quite amazing.
Wow, I wish I was there, and then all of a sudden you're on that same level or higher.
I mean, it really makes you feel a little more confident than normally. But my first gig, out of high school was with Peggy Lee, famous crooner singer.
Yeah.
And so that was my sort of baptism, if you will, into the world of the road, and just traveling all over. And we always had to call her Miss Lee, which was something to get used to, no Peggy.
Yeah.
And
but it didn't just start in high school. When did you first know that you wanted to pick up a guitar or get into music?
I was about 12, so that was a while ago.
You did the junior high school talent shows and all of that?
I did a lot of that, the high school dances, as they were known as. And then I started backing all the, was at this one place where they would have a star, anybody on the top 10 of the, remember the top 10? They would be performing at this high school, St. Thomas Aquinas. And,
I know.
In Brooklyn, right? And so we'd be the house band, and I'd back them all up, so I got to meet them, and sometimes I'd go and travel with them, and got to meet Herbie Mann through that, actually, because he had some pop hits, and it was great traveling with people like that, because Herbie was really all about the food on tour, He introduced me to Krispy Kremes.
That must have been in the South, right?
Yeah, for sure. And we got the best ribs in, I think it was Dallas or some town.
So talking about the best places to eat, in your travels.
yeah, really, that would be.
So you met Herbie Mann, and you're doing something special with Herbie Mann coming up, right?
Well, Herbie, since he passed a few years ago, we've been having some memorials for Herbie, and we just had one last year at the Blue Note.
Would that say something special with him or for him?
For him, yeah. So he's still with us in spirit.
Yes.
And that's just keeping us busy.
Yeah. Tell us about this special instrument right here. What turned you on to this special instrument?
This Les Paul, actually met Les Paul when I was a kid. He used to, my teacher, a guy named Sal Salvador, he was one of the studio guitarists on the scene at the time, and he knew Les Paul real well. And Les would come every Thursday night around 10 o'clock and start jamming with us. We'd have one guy played rhythm guitar, one guy play lead, another guy play on the phone book, sort of rhythm, and we keep switching off. And so I met Les way back then, and finally re-met him a year before he died, a couple of years ago, and we played at the Iridium and did a jam session.
Yeah, but if you didn't have a Les Paul guitar, all the musicians know, if you were a guitarist, you were looking for a Les Paul guitar.
Yeah, I was actually, and this is kind of a special one in that it's old from the 60s, which is kind of rare, and they have a certain tone to them, a certain sound. Used to use different wood, and was designed by Les himself, who was a genius at creating sounds and recording.
You toured with a lot of people. You're not telling the whole story now. How was it touring with Chaka Khan? She just celebrated her birthday last week.
Oh, it was a lot of fun, actually, with Chaka. We,
Chaka,
he just had a birthday.
Chaka Khan?
Yes. Chaka, we did a lot of gigs in Japan, and Japan was about the craziest as it got, because you're in another country, And it was pretty much having parties every night, so it kind of got to be a stamina. You know, we were talking about jogging before and stuff. This is kind of a stamina thing where you could stay up late every night and still get up early and get on the plane to fly to the next city the next day. So it was a lot of fun with Chaka,
Yeah. How is she as a person?
Oh, she was the sweetest thing, really. She would meet people in the audience who would like to sing, and she'd invite them back to her dressing room and start talking to them about singing. And really was a mentor towards a lot of upcoming people.
In Japan, they just love American music, right?
Oh, they loved it so much, and they loved Chaka. And they, of course, they wanted to hear her hits, but she wanted to do just jazz. So it was kind of a thing.
Song that we heard.
We ended up doing we ended up doing Through the Fire and all the all of her hits too.
She had you playing the guitar with her?
Oh yeah,
Through the Fire
for sure, yeah.
Wow.
We actually did a Hendrix song, just a duo, called.
You can do Hendrix on this?
Yeah.
Star Spangled Banner?
Well, yeah,
sort of
I could try it. Yeah, sure. But we used to be, kind of a couple of duos that she would do, and just Chaka. The thing about Chaka Khan was that she could come. Most singers would have to warm up, to get. But Chaka would come right off the street after having a cigarette or something, and she would. The tones on her voice would just hypnotize you.
Yeah, I know.
And it was kind of rough playing with her because as soon as you'd hear her singing, you go with her voice, and you just get this kind of trance-like state.
And you get pulled in.
And then you get pulled into her. I mean, she was
I know a couple of people
magnificent
like that.
talents.
Yeah. But then you have others that have to get backstage.
Oh, yeah. Well, Judy Collins had a very trained voice, and Judy would have to go through a lot of that. And Bette Midler, they go through these weird, and we'd all make fun of them, of course.
Cobwebs out.
kept us busy, give us something to laugh at.
Now, how has the Bronx shaped your music? You're originally from the Bronx?
Well, yes. Still am, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Sure. Well, in the Bronx, I did get a lot of the Latin feel, I guess, that I have now through, in the beginning, before Dad used to drive me around to the gigs, I would take the subway with my amp and my guitar.
Yeah.
I forgot what part of the Bronx or how I got there from the 6 train.
Yeah.
But we would play these Latin gigs, and I would learn. I'd watch the guys and how they feel, and it's a whole different rhythm from what I was used to. And so it took me a while, but they kind of took me under their wing, the Latin bands, and I ended up playing with a woman named La Lupe, who...
what did she play?
She was a famous singer, and she was kind of like one of the ladies with the fruit in the hat kind of thing.
Yes.
And so we would do one gig somewhere South Bronx, and then 2 hours later we'd go down to the Village, do another show.
This was on the street?
And
like
actually it was in theaters.
Like,
it was in theaters,
oh,
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They'd schedule the theaters, and we'd go and go from one theater to the other all day.
Wow.
Long. We'd do about 8 shows a day.
Wow.
And live to tell about it.
Yeah.
It was,
so you made a little bit of money from each spot?
A little bit.
Yeah. It all added up at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, you end up with a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, it was fun.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like the learning grounds in the Bronx. So Latin music is very special. Very special learning experience for me.
Yeah. Briefly, tell us about this tour once again that you're starting.
Well, I'm starting with my own group, actually. We're sort of culminating now with the Montreal Jazz Festival this summer. But we're doing a couple of gigs beforehand, like tomorrow night. We start off, I'm playing at the Dizzy Gillespie Theater with my band. And it's a beautiful theater, small theater.
Yeah.
And down on East 11th Street. And then Saturday we're doing a concert nearby Bronx, up in New Rochelle, at the Pack Theater there.
Yeah.
And
that's the Upper Bronx.
The Upper Bronx, right. And then, of course, we go to Harlem after that and play at a great place called Showman's, who's been introducing us to the Apollo people. And we're looking at getting into the Apollo for maybe at the end of the spring.
Great.
So working on a few things,
So you're going to play some wonderful things for us coming up in a little while?
Yeah, I'd like to play something that's been a YouTube hit for me.
Oh.
My version of Hotel California.
There you go. But we're going to do this in a little while, okay? So we're going to take a quick break. Give my man Lou Volpe a big round of applause, okay?
Thank you.
All right, we'll come back and you perform for us?
Sure will.
Great, stay tuned. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Coming up next on Channel 67's Open.
Hi, I'm Ruben Diaz Jr. I'm not just the Bronx Borough President, but I'm a father and an uncle. I can't emphasize enough how important it is for men and fathers to be a part of their children's lives. Let me talk to you about a program that's come out of my office, the Bronx Fathers Taking Action Committee, which is a committee of Bronx fathers and men formed to help uplift the institution of fatherhood while responsibly respecting the privilege of being a dad. Our mission statement is to engage, empower, educate, and encourage fathers, grandfathers, and uncles of all ages by providing them with the resources and help that they need in order to build new relationships with the leaders in our community. Ultimately, this initiative will help reinforce Bronx men as positive role models. So, I just want to take the time out to encourage fathers, grandfathers, uncles, men of all corners of the Bronx to take an important role in the lives of the children in your families and in our community, and also to get involved in this uplifting committee.
Good job, Theo.
Thank you.
Let's start it again, Theo.
All right.
Welcome back, everybody, once again. Right now, it's time once again for our Music Mondays. Here we go. And our next guest is the legendary Bronx jazz guitarist who on April 2nd will perform at the John Burks Gillespie Theater at the Pack House Theater on April 6th. And once again, he's right here in our very own studios. Give him a big round of applause. Lou Volpe is in the house. Yes, indeed. Should we do one more? Or? All right, give another big round of applause, everybody. Lou Volpe. All right. And we'll talk to you right after this.
Okay.
Good, you can yell. I heard the yell. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
So you're great. You're legendary. You've been playing with everybody. You have something, the International Jazz Day. It's going to be all over the world, and you're going to tell us a little bit about what you're going to do here.
All right. Well, we're actually playing here at the, I believe it's going to be in the studio. We're having a bunch of jazz artists play, and we'll all be, doing our own arrangements and our own takes on the new songs, new arrangements, I should say. And I'm going to be starting to perform stuff off my CD that we're just recording now. It's a bunch of Frank Sinatra stuff, doing more funk and samba style.
And we're going to be talking about a lot of that stuff right here on BronxNet, so don't tell the whole story. Okay? So all that more is headed your way. What's the date on it again?
The date is the 30th of April.
30th of April, International Jazz Day. And April 2nd, you're going to perform at the John Burks Gillespie Theater and at the Pack House Theater on April 6th. Once again, Lou Volpe. Legendary Lou Volpe, yes indeed. All right, take us home. I'm going to say this, you do that. Many thanks to all of our guests. Lou Bobby, thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. Thanks to you, our viewer, for watching. And don't forget to tune into an all-new Open this Wednesday with host Darren Jaime. And always remember this, what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice. Let your choice control the chooser. I'll catch you on WBLS right after the Quiet Storm tonight at 12. You'll be spending the night with me. From all of us here at BronxNet, have a great, safe, and enjoyable day. We love you all. Peace.